Over the coming months, I'm going to be looking at some of my favourite watch brands and explaining why I think they're very special. In this video, I'm going to enter the rarefied world of Haute Horlogerie, and I'm going to talk about Parmigiani Fleurier, a brand I know very well. Indeed, approximately 10 years ago, I was asked to write content for Le Blog, the brand's own online magazine. To the company's credit, they insisted I spent time with them looking at their various production facilities. Ultimately, the brand updated its website and the blog came to an end. However, the time I spent with the company was very enjoyable. It improved my understanding of high horology, and also left me wanting to own a Parmigiani Fleurier watch. I want you to come with me and experience a little taste of what makes Parmigiani Fleurier an exceptional brand. Michel Parmigiani, a son of Cuvée, a village in the district of Val-de-Travers, established his eponymous business in Fleurier just 5 kilometres from where he was born. Michel's a brilliant watchmaker. Over the years, he's gained a reputation for restoring various horological artifacts, including automata, clocks and watches. Since it was established, Parmigiani Fleurier has acquired existing companies, as well as establishing firms from scratch. Today, the Maison has 5 companies making dials, cases, movements and escapements, as well as making components using bar turning machines such as pinions and pivots and screws. There are a few companies that can rival Parmigiani Fleurier's in-house expertise. Indeed, while many firms procure numerous components from third-party specialists, Parmigiani is virtually self-sufficient. Rubies, sapphires and Hermes straps are the only components procured from outside the business. Beyond the Maison's incredible in-house production capabilities, the firm is entrusted to restore some of the most valuable horological objects. Indeed, some of the finest clocks and watches exhibited in some of the most prestigious museums have benefited from the restoration talents of the brand. This prowess for restoring objects has influenced the company's modern-day models. The design, the materials, and the finishing are intended to imbue each Parmigiani Fleurier with longevity. I've interviewed Michel Parmigiani on several occasions, and the ethos behind the brand is that a watch should be able to be restored in 150 years' time by a trained watchmaker. Things are designed to last. In January 2021, Guido Terreni, an industry veteran who's previously worked for Bulgari, was appointed CEO. His work rate is incredible. Just 7 months after arriving at the brand, he unveiled the inaugural Tonda PF collection at Geneva Watch Days. When these models were first released, they looked very different from the firm's previous watches, and they tapped into the prevailing lust for luxury sports watches. But I use the term sports watches quite loosely because these watches have, yes, an integrated bracelet, but they look very elegant and work well with a lounge suit or black tie ensemble. When it comes to sartorial matters, well, Parmigiani looked to fine Italian tailoring for inspiration, something I'll return to shortly. When I first saw images of the watch, I remember thinking that it looked a little bit plain. However, when you place the watch in your hands, you come to appreciate its many subtle details and its refined execution. The main dial epidermis is adorned with a supremely fine guilloche motif that resembles Italian cloth with a high knot count. The fine nap at the surface beautifully engages with light. The brand also took the bold step to produce a steel watch with a platinum bezel. Again, even the most accomplished photographer cannot capture the nuanced variations in shade. It's an inspired detail and the watch is simply beautiful to behold. Ergonomically speaking, the complex integrated bracelet fitted to the Tonda PF Micro-Rotor delivers a peerless level of wearer comfort. The brand has since released gold models on straps, but the bracelets get my vote every time. Look to the rear of the watch. The movement, the caliber PF703, visible via an exhibition case back, is enriched with peerless finishing. Coated nave, gleaming bezels, perlage, polished jewel and screw sinks, sparkling screws with chamfered edges, and circular graining are just some of the examples of finishing present. Few companies make automatic watches equipped with a Micro-Rotor, and the reason is simple. It's difficult to create sufficient inertia from a modestly sized oscillating weight to adequately energize the mainspring. However, Parmigiani Fleurier has surmounted such technical obstacles, and for several years now, has been making watches equipped with Micro-Rotors. In this instance, the oscillating weight is made of platinum, a dense material, which actually helps with the inertia. The Micro-Rotor is adorned with grain doge guilloche as well. The Micro-Rotor sits flush with the neighbouring bridges, mitigating the height of the movement. It's just 3mm thick. And also it affords sight of the movement finishing. I mentioned finishing a few times already. However, its importance cannot be overstated. Finishing removes signs of machining. It removes any burrs which could impair the motion of moving parts. It mitigates friction. It enhances corrosion resistance, and it just looks gorgeous. Oh, and before I forget, the finish on this watch extends to those parts of the movement you can't see. While this may be the most affordable member of the Tonda PF family, it does not forego technical refinements. The watch has a free-sprung balance. This form of regulation is technically superior to an index-regulated balance, delivering better accuracy. In addition, shops are less likely to compromise the regulation of the watch. In this instance, rather than having tiny screws on the rim of the balance wheel, Parmigiani have fitted C-shaped inertial weights to the spokes of the balance wheel. This mitigates air turbulence, again augmenting precision. I've talked about one example of the Tonda PF collection. However, there are several models to meet the desires of the most discerning aurophiles, including chronographs, annual calendars, skeleton models, flying turbines, etc., etc. Needless to say, I'll return to these at some point in the future. Impressed? Well, you should be. Parmigiani Fleurier is one of the best practitioners of Haute Horlogerie, and its recent products are even more desirable than ever. If I had the budget, would I have one? You betcha. Until next time, watch geeks, keep collecting,